Alright guys, so this is a homework for topic 57. Now there's only 4 problems here, so hopefully it shouldn't take you too long, but I did want to talk about this one. There's nothing hard about it. It can be a little bit confusing, so notice that I want to do this one in pencil also. So the first thing you're going to do on this one is to figure out your delta x. Now we have this formula that we got from the notes, okay, so the delta x, which represents the width of the rectangle, is going to be equal to 4 minus 0 over 4. Now remember that this 4 right here came from n is equal to 4. So the width of each rectangle is going to be 1. Remember that the L with the 4 in here, that means this is the left sum, and we're going to have 4 intervals. So to do this, same thing, alright, we're going to draw, this one's a little bit tricky, right? The left endpoint here is 0. The left endpoint here is right here. That's 0, and we have another left endpoint right here. So on this one right here, we have 2 rectangles. Excuse me, not here, but here. Okay, so again, notice that I'm to my left. These are left endpoints. Okay, so on this one right here, notice that you have 2 rectangles. So we have one that starts right here, but there's no height here. All right, or if you look at it, it starts at 0. So we have the height of one of these is 0. The height of this next one, looks like it's 1. Now for the next one is the same thing. Notice that we have a 0, alright, so that we have a rectangle actually that starts right here, left endpoint, but it's going to be 0. And then finally we got another one whose height is actually a negative 1, alright, so because we're below the x-axis, so we can write plus a negative 1. Alright, when you add all of those, you get that the answer is 0. Now, part of the reason I used the pencil is because now I'm going to erase this. And I'm going to try to find my right endpoint. Okay, so my right endpoints, again, for the Riemann sums, the width is going to be 1, just like the last one. Okay, now on this next one, let's see, I'm going to start, let's see, we'll end up at 1, 2, 3, 4. That's as far as I can go. That's the right endpoint of that one, the right endpoint of this one. So this one actually goes like that. So there's the right endpoint of this one. And we have another one right here. And to me that kind of takes a little bit of thinking, just because this one's a little bit strange, but notice that again I have one rectangle right here and I have another one right here, which is basically the same shape, almost the same shapes as what I had last time, right? Except for this one, you're going to have 1, 0, plus 1, sorry, plus negative 1. Plus negative 1 plus 0. Okay, so that's what we got for that next one, which still is going to give us 0. And then finally at midpoint, we're going to have 4 options here, 4 heights. Now this one's a little bit different, but actually this next one actually makes it easier for me personally. It could be different for you, I don't know. Right, so the midpoint, remember that the midpoint between 0 and 1 right there, that would be 1/2. So we have one rectangle with the height of 1/2. See, between 1 and 2, this is the midpoint, so we have another rectangle with a height of 1/2. Now between 2 and 3, this is the midpoint. The height would be negative 1/2. And then between 3 and 4, this is the midpoint. This also would be a negative 1/2. And if you add all those, you get 0. Okay, I hope that helped.